Enough is enough. Enough killing of the black man. Enough killing, period. I'm going to talk to you today from three perspectives. As a black man, as a trained correctional officer, and as a criminologist. When it comes to police officers' attitudes towards the black man, the relationship has not been the greatest. It has been the most rocky situations a nation could have seen. Sometimes it seems like the officers do not care about the lives of black men. What's wrong with that picture, people? What's wrong with that picture, America? We have laws in place for everything. Why are those laws are not being followed by the officers who were trained to serve and protect the citizens? Being an officer doesn't give you the right to kill anyone just because you are the police officer. Remember, you are a man, you are a human being when you are not in uniform as well. That uniform you are wearing represents the agency which you're working for. It represents the city where that agency locates. It represents the state that governs that agency. It represents the county where the agency is being overseen. When you go to school, they tell you you have a use of force matrix. You have to follow it. Because if you don't follow it, before you get to deadly threats, it's high. That's the highest you can go. Before you go to deadly force, that's the highest you will go. Once you have neutralized the suspect, once you have neutralized that person, you have to stop. Officers out there, don't be overzealous about your job. Be overzealous about protecting the citizens that you were supposed to protect. You have standard operation procedures that you have to follow. Why not following those operations? Why not following those procedures? Regardless of the race of the person, you do not have the right to kill anyone. Especially when you're being overzealous about it. When you kill a black man senselessly because you do not care about the man's life, the law should be applied to you as well. The law should be applied to you as well. If you do your job the way you're supposed to, the citizens should respect you as well. But once you cross that line, once you've handcuffed someone, what can the person do to you? Once you have neutralized the threat, what threats are you running from? Racist officers are a disgrace to the badge they are wearing. If you do not have respect for a man's life, why do you even join the force in the first place? You have to respect the departments which you work for. Because if you don't respect that department, it's not good. It's not good image. We have black officers. who are putting their lives on the line. We have white officers who are putting their lives on the line to make sure our cities are safe, our citizens are safe. But every now and again, you have overzealous officers who want to just take the law or just being careless. Remember your training, officers. Remember the training you received in the academy. I was there. Remember that training. Before you get to deadly force, you have to follow all the steps that you need to follow. The use of force matrix is there for a reason. If you don't apply the use of force matrix, go back to school. Go back to school to understand how to apply it. From a black man's perspective, every single precinct out there, you need to have racial sensitivity training. You need to train those officers on lives are lives, regardless of the race. Lives are lives. Regardless of whose life that is. When officers go to work, your aim is to go back home to your family. I don't think any officers go to work and say, you know what, today I'm going to have an incident where somebody died on my clock. No, that's not what we say. You go to work to uphold the law. You go to work to follow the procedures that your department has given you. You have corrections officer, they cannot violate the inmate's right because the inmate is an inmate. No, because that inmate, if you're in a county jail, your right is still applied, so they cannot abuse that right. If you're an officer working the beat, guess what? You have to follow the rules. You have to follow the law. The law is there for a reason. Respect the law. Regardless of how stressful your job is, compose yourself. If the job is too stressful for you, ask your department to send you to see a psychologist, to see someone, a counselor, someone to talk to. And I know they do have those services out there. Go. But you do not have the right to kill anyone. This is not your right to kill anyone. If your life is not in danger, why are you killing anyone? If you want to carry the badge as an overzealous officer, get out the force. That is not your place anymore. Because you don't understand what it means to be an officer. Especially officers who do not care about human lives. A black man's life is as worthy as anybody else's life. As a man, as a father, the first thing they say, let's have the talk. What's the talk for a black boy? What's the talk for a young black man? How to behave in the street when it comes to police. I don't think police are animals. I don't think we are living in the time of the jungle anymore. No. We are civilized people. The talk should not be to talk about how to be a black man. The talk should be about how to be a man in general. Not who, well, you're a black man. Well, this is how you should behave when it comes to the police. Well, how should the police behave when it comes to the black man? It's enough is enough. Stop the killing. You can say to yourself, Well, I didn't know. Once you put that handcuff on that person, you know. Because that person is no longer a threat to you. No. The justice system is there for a reason. If a person commits a crime, it is not your job to be the executioner. You cannot execute that person just because you feel like the crime was wrong. Let the law decide what's wrong and right. Don't go out there and be a killer just because you want to. If you have problems at home, solve your problems. Do not take it on innocent people. Black lives are just lives like everybody else. Once you kill a black man, once you kill a black woman, once you kill a black boy, a black girl, you are not living to the... You decided to go to the forest. Why did you go? You've taken psychological tests, all types of tests before they even enrolled you into that academy. You were trained hours by hours in order to know this is what you do not do. This is how you uphold the law. This is how you follow the rules. This is the standard operating procedure. This is what you need to follow. I understand officers are human beings. They have problems like everybody else. Officers are not robots. They have a mind of their own. But don't let that mind of yours turn you into a killer. Don't let your personal problems tarnish the badge you are wearing. No. Every precinct's out there, you need to have racial sensitivity trainings. You have to train officers to understand. When you kill someone, what happens? When you kill that person because the person is black, you are racist. Because you're killing that person based on their race, not based on the crime. You don't have the right to kill anyone. Let the law, let the court system do their job. It is not your job to become the executioner. You do not execute people just because you feel like it. No, you don't. On the line of duty, you always have probable cause for things. Being an officer is not the easiest job there is. It's a very stressful job. Every officer knows that. They know it's a stressful job. But once you look at it, it's us versus them. You're not going to do your job the right way. You have to look at it from a perspective. I'm here to do my job. I'm here to serve and protect. I'm here to protect and serve. Well, protect the citizens. Anybody who's been accused should not be killed. We have death penalty laws for a reason. Not everybody, not everyone who has been convicted of anything has been killed. We don't walk around and killing people in this country. For all those overzealous officers out there, wear that badge with pride. Don't go around and killing people in the name of what? Enough is enough. Stop the killing. Because you're not making it any better for anyone. Regardless of our races, once you wear that uniform, people see an officer. They don't see your race at first. Now, well, wear it with race neutral. Departments should be race neutral. Offices should be race neutral. Do your job. Don't look at the person's race. Do your job. Don't look at that man's race. Don't look at that he's a black man. What are you afraid of? Do things that is justified. Let's retrain the officers to understand race do matter. Regardless of the person's race, race do matter. You should not take the law to be the executioner. You should not kill anyone just because you feel like it and you laugh about it. No. Because you need people to trust the officers. We have enough crime in America where officers are not being trusted. Once the citizens do not trust the police, they're not going to trust us to call. Who people are going to call if they're like, well, the police are not going to serve me, they're not protect me anyways. So what do you think that's going to happen? You need to stop. Stop the killing, people. Stop the killing of black men. Stop the killing of the black race. Stop killing, period. White or black, no one deserves to die by senseless killing. No one deserves to die by overzealous officers. You swore an oath to serve and protect and to protect and serve. Respect that oath. You don't have the power to kill anyone. Now, if you're going to work, you don't feel like you should stay at work, go home. Don't leave your home and think today I'm going to kill someone. I doubt it. That's what most officers think. But every now and again, you have some overzealous, senseless killing. You need to stop. Stop the killing. Black lives do matter. Every lives matter, regardless of the race. In order for us to change, we have to change the way we do things. We have to change the way we do things. We can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results. If you go to work, you don't feel like you should stay at work, go home. Talk to your supervisor. Talk to your sergeant. Talk to your captain. Talk to anyone you need to talk to, but do not go out there and kill people. Do not. Talk to your chief. Tell chief, listen, I have problems. This job is either too stressful. I need to take a week off. Take time off, but do not go out there and kill people. Because lives are lives. We are not animals. We cannot be hunted just because somebody decides to shoot somebody. You want to shoot somebody, go into the woods. Go hunting. But don't kill a black man just because you want to. When people ask me to have the talk with my sons, I'm not going to have a talk to train them. Well, the talk, this, as a black man, this is how you should behave. Why do we need to have that talk anyways? Don't we have laws for that? Don't we have laws to protect our citizens? Shouldn't those laws be applied to everyone? The laws in the books, they don't say, this is how you talk to this person. Now, you have to understand, we should have conversation with our sons, with our children, as human beings. This is not the law of the jungle. This is what you do when you go hunting. No. We are not animals as black people. Our lives are valuable as much as yours. Your life is not more important than our lives. Especially just because you're wearing a badge doesn't give you the right to kill no one. If you cannot uphold the law, get out the force. Don't be part of something that is supposed to serve and protect the citizens, but you cannot serve nor can you protect them. If you cannot serve, you cannot protect, get out. Because you have to understand what you signed up for. The use of force matrix is there for a reason. Follow it. Once you neutralize that threat, that man is not a threat to you anymore. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. If you know you're going to work being overzealous, you're in the wrong place. Compose yourself. Enough. Stop the killing. Because it's not going to help anyone. It's not going to help our society. Whenever you go, you have to look at your shoulder. You have to look over your shoulder. If we approach in the situation where we see the officer, we cannot talk to the officer, who are we going to trust? That's why the law is there for a reason. When citizens do not respect officers, officers do not care about citizens' lives, you have a problem. Innocent businesses are being affected by somebody else.